We spelled it like you would President Lincoln.
Lincoln?
Yeah.
Okay, Wells. Born 1st September 1861
Yeah.
in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know just exactly where.
Okay. Okay. Died December 1828 in Arizona.
I know. I was one in Mexico.
Not in New Mexico. Why'd I put Arizona? No.
Dexter. That's where it is.
Dexter, New Mexico. Okay. He's not buried there.
Oh, I can't think of the name of the place he was buried though. Maybe I'll think of it sometime. Give it to you.
Okay, so he died in Dexter, New Mexico. And so did your mother?
Oh, mother died in, she was 73 when she died.
She was 73?
Yeah. And
Which?
she died at the hospital in Highlands. I know where she died.
And she died in January 29? She died the month after great grandpa did.
No, she died. She was 73, and heck, she was 12 years younger than him.
So so she was 70. And what year did she die? I thought you said she died.
No.
Well, who died the month after grandpa?
My sister, Rooney.
Oh, okay.
And she was 18. 19, wait, 19. She was born on Mother's birthday.
Okay, so do you know where they were married? I can probably tell you when. Let's see. Let me find on here where it says number of years married. I can tell you when they were married. They've been married for 6 years in 1900, which means they were married in 1894. So according to the census, they were born in 1894. We can narrow it down to a year.
And Queen and Hall and Bill and Hall and Rona and Ross was born in 1900. You got him down there, ain't you?
Yeah, he's, it says here that he's 1 month old.
In 1900? Well, he's born in 1900, I know.
He's born 1900. It says 1/12.
Well,
he's 1/12. I guess that means 1 month.
Wait a minute, now he was born in,
He was born in May. Because this was taken in, this was...
You were supposed to be born in May.
Just a minute. This is 16th day of June, 1900. So this was taken in June, so if he was 1 month old in June 1900, which is what this says,
Yeah.
then that means he was born in May 1900.
Okay.
About. So we hadn't gotten to him yet. Let's see. So do you know where they were married?
Who?
Your parents, by chance?
No.
Okay. Guess I'll put... And her name was Lucy?
Yeah. Lucy Ella.
E.
L-L-A.
Okay. And her last name was Furlong, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Furlong, yes. Okay. And she was born in Kentucky. Now, did you say so one of your parents came from England, or their parent, or which one came from England? You said you had some.
No, I don't know that. Because some of them said he was English, but they didn't say where they come from.
Okay.
So I don't know where they come.
Okay. Do you know who was the oldest?
Who was the oldest?
Yeah, oldest.
Bill.
William.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Hall, and then Boney, and then Ross.
Okay. William. Did he have a middle name?
Yeah, but he always called himself William P. But William Pleasant was what he was.
William Pleasant.
Yeah, but I just.
Was he named after somebody?
That's my grandpa.
He was named after William Pleasant Furlong.
Yeah.
Pleasant.
P-L-E-A-S.
Pleasant.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I said. Okay. And he was born in 18. So he was 4 there. So he was born in 1896. Right? He was born in 1896. You don't know, do you?
Oh.
Okay. Well, this here says that he was. This here says he's 4 years old, and it says October. I can't make out that date. It looks like 1833, but I know that's not right. It has to be 96. It says he's 4 years old. So we'll put October 1896. Okay. Do you know when he died?
Oh, I can't remember. It was when we were living in Highlands. I don't forget what date it was.
So he died in Highland?
No, we died in Cleveland.
He died in Cleveland?
On the road, he was on the road from Cleveland to, he was down there.
Who was he married to?
Bell Rocker.
She's dead?
Heck yeah, she's been dead a good long while.
Oh. Do you know where he's buried?
They buried him in Cleveland.
Okay.
Cleveland cemetery.
Born, died, christened. Okay, so
He
christened.
we was aiming to go on all of them go on have a big dinner together, and they was going to go to someplace down in here, and I can't think of the name of it. And they started out somebody said see, there's Everett and Dorothy's boy. I can't think of what his name was.
And don't worry about it.
And Roland and Buddy, and Bill. And they didn't know which one was driving because they went out of the car when they hit when the car hit them.
Oh, they were in a wreck.
Yeah. Soldier boy, and he went to sleep. He was asleep, and he just come right on into them. And they got off the road, and he hit them anyway.
So he died in a car wreck then?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you know did they take his body back to Cleveland? And then they buried him there, or did they take it somewhere else?
No, they buried him in Cleveland graveyard.
Okay,
so I can't think of the name what they call that graveyard either.
Okay, so I gotta put place he died. So I just put he died in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Okay. And you know whereabouts, what year that was?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Let's see, we moved there to Deer Park. We lived in Deer Park. And I was 40, about 41 or 2 years old, 41, I guess, somewhere along there. So you can see, you can count. I'm 87.
What year were you born, Grandma?
40. From 87 would be.
Oh, 40 from 87. Okay, let's see. Okay, that would be 47 then.
Yeah.
So he died, I'll put around 1947, Cleveland. Okay, and what was his wife's name? Who was he married to?
Bell Blocker.
B-E-L-L-E?
B-E-L, you can put that, I don't, we never did think about putting that E on it, just Bell, B-E-L-L.
B-L-O-C-K-E-R?
Yeah, Blocker.
That was her maiden name?
Blocker, B-L-O-C-K-E-R.
Blocker was her maiden name?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Duh. You know she had a middle name?
I don't know if she did. Never heard nobody say it, if she did.
Okay. And you know, you're not going to know this, but you don't have any idea when and where they were married, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay. Okay, so the next, he was only married once,
I
wasn't
think I was about 5 years old, so when they married.
he? Really?
5 or 6, I'm about 6 years old, I guess.
So we'll put an around 1910. When were you born? 05?
No, I was born in 1908.
8. So they were born around 1915.
When they were married.
Married
Yeah.
around 1915. Do you know where? You were so young. I don't know how you would even know that. I'm surprised you knew how old you were about. Okay, so the next one would be Hall.
Yeah.
He was next in line. He didn't
I
have
don't even know when his birthday was.
Says here, April 1898.
That's right, his birthday was on May.
You remember what day?
Let's see here. His was on the 12th, I think, and Johnson's is on the 17th. I believe that's what it was.
Okay. Can you remember that, or should I go ahead and write that down somewhere? 17th. And, yeah, April 17th, and Rice was born in 1900.
No.
April, May, so April 17th, May 17th. So he was 2 months old when this census was taken then. That sure looks like a 1 to me. Anyway. Okay. And do you know where he was born? Did they live in the same place the whole time? Can we assume
No,
he was...
he was born in Kentucky.
Yeah.
All of them was born.
All
4 of them.
Township or division of county.
Have any idea.
Let's see. Town, city, village within Rocky Hill. R-O-C-K-Y, Rocky Hill. STA, station.
That might be something like that.
Okay, well, anyway. That looks like Rocky Hill. I'll have to research that. Okay. Do you know when he died?
Who?
Hall.
Oh, Lord. That's another. He died in the hospital. But I can't think of when in Sylvie, but I don't...
Where did your mother die?
She died when she was 73, I know that.
So 73... What's 73 plus 73? 146?
Yeah.
So she died in 1946? She was born in 1973. So 73 plus 73 is 146. So she died in 1946 then.
I'm ready, something like that.
So she died January... You remember what month by chance? 1946.
No,
I just put around
it was
19...
warm weather. It wasn't hot, wasn't cold. So it had to be in spring.
Spring or summer. Okay. Do you know where?
Where she was buried?
Mm-hmm.
She was buried down there in Houston. But now I can't think of the name of the graveyard because it Della, all that whole place that where she's buried, Della owns it. It's a...
So Della would know where she's buried.
Yeah.
So it's in Houston.
Yeah.
Okay. And I guess she was buried in 1946. She died in 1946. That would make a lot of sense. Okay. So we don't know when Hall died. He died in Silsby.
Yeah, hospital.
And you don't know when? Okay. So next would be Vonnie. V-O-N-A. Did she ever marry?
Oh, she'd had
Oh, wait.
10 young'uns.
Oh, good grief. Boy, she was busy, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hall was married to Aunt Della, wasn't
Yeah. Della Sackett.
he? D-E-L-L-A?
Yeah. Sackett. S-A-C-K-E-T. E-T-T. I think it's 2 T's.
And where you know where or when they were married?
Oh, Lord, no.
Okay.
Let's see, wait a minute, I was born in, I was married in, I'm trying to think what month it was I married. July, I guess. And she was, they was married about 2 months later, so they had to, I was born, married in 1928, so they had to be married in 28 too.
So they were married in 28?
Yeah.
1928. You recall what month?
September. Somewhere about October, I imagine.
Okay, I'll have...
Or was it about 3 months after I married?
Next time you talk to Aunt Della, ask her.
Okay.
And ask her where. Okay. Aunt Vona was married... was born in May 1898. Aunt Vona.
Yeah.
May 1898. Do you remember what day her birthday was on?
Oh, I don't.
Okay. And she died in 1929, January, didn't she?
No.
I thought you said she died...
You were thinking about the younger sister.
Which sister died when she was real young?
R-U-N-A, Runa.
Oh, she's not even on here.
Well, that's the one that
There is a
died.
V-O-N-A, isn't there?
V-O-N-A, named after her grandma, but they didn't put the Levon on there. Her grandma was named Levon, see.
L-A-V-O-N... Oh, okay, and they named her...
L-A-V-O-N-N-E, but they just called her L-V-O-N-A.
That make no sense.
So...
One of your parents was smart, weren't they? Okay, and you don't know when or where she died? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, tell me.
My sister,
Bona.
she died up there in Cleveland. But I don't know what year it was. And I don't even know what age she was when she died.
Well, Granny? You've forgotten everything. Who was she? What poor sucker was she married to?
Oh, Jim Butler. drunkard.
A drunkard, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder they had so many kids. Buckner?
Yeah. He laid down on the side of the house. He was drunk. He fell down on the side of the railroad track. One of his brothers hadn't fell on the railroad track, but he fell down on the railroad, and it was freezing weather, and they had to take him to the hospital, and he died. Pneumonia.
Are you serious?
No. That's what he did.
And she had how many kids?
She had 10 in all, but the second child, the third, I'm not sure, I believe it was the third child died with diphtheria. And then she had...
Where were they married? She had what now?
I was trying to think about how many girls she had before she had that boy. She just had one boy and 9 girls.
That's awful.
And he died, and him and
how many kids did he leave her with when he died?
Well, he left her with all that whole bunch. The boy didn't died here about 2 years ago.
Are any of them left?
All the girls that was born except that one.
I mean, right now, are any of them living right now?
Yeah, all of them, except that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's Elsie, Catherine, Rosie, I guess, and then Emma and Rosie. I'm not sure which one is the oldest there. And Lily Mae, and Edith, and Joyce. Well, I can't think. I can't. There's so many of them, and I haven't seen heard of so long, so I doubt if I could even think of all of them.
Well, if you hadn't heard from someone, they might have all been dead in a car wreck or something. You would never know it. Okay. And where were they married?
I think they're buried out there on the prairie at that little old church. They might have went to Cleveland. Just put it Cleveland. There you go.
Okay. Where were they married?
Huh?
Married. Ivy wed. Where were they married?
Yes.
Where were
Oh,
they?
I said they were married out there on the prairie, but
Oh, they were married in Cleveland.
Cleveland, yeah.
Oh, okay, we'll put Cleveland.
I don't even know what preacher I married him. Because I was just a little bitty kid then.
Oh, really? So do you recall what year?
Let's see. I was born in 1908. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 5, 6 years old, I guess.
So she was born about the same time that Bill was in. About 1915?
Married about the same time you were. That's what you mean, don't you?
Yeah, he was married about the same time. She was married about the same time Bill was.
Yeah, somewhere along there.
Okay, so I'll put around 1915. And they were married in the town y'all were living in, weren't they?
Out there on the prairie, we wasn't living in the town.
Oh.
Up about 6 or 8 miles out of Cleveland.
Oh, okay. So they were married. Okay, I got it. So by 1915, y'all were already in Texas.
Well, heck, yeah, we've been in Texas for the longest.
Okay.
Well, them four, Bonnie, Hall, Bill, and Ross were the only ones that was born in Kentucky. And the rest of us are born in Texas.
So these 4 here that are listed in the Kentucky census are the only ones that were born in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay. So most likely they were all born in the same place, and they hadn't moved, so they were probably all born in Rocky Hill.
Yeah. More likely.
Because I couldn't see anybody moving around. And so they were all born. Okay, got it.
How come this hole out?
Dog chewed a hole in the paper. It was folded like this. And the
Dog done it?
dog chewed off the end of it. See, it was a corner. The dog chewed it off. And it formed this big old cross-looking place in the middle of the paper there, actually. Okay. Next is Rice. R-I-A-S. He was born 17 April. $1900, and he was born in Kentucky. And where did he die? Do you remember where, when?
He died over at Baytown. But I can't remember the date.
Do you know about when? Maybe a year?
Well, he didn't die in Baytown. He died in Louisiana, but they brought him back to Baytown to bury him.
So he died in Louisiana?
Yeah.
Do you know where in Louisiana? Was in New Orleans or?
No, I can't tell you the date. I don't know.
What was he doing in Louisiana?
Oh, his daughter took him off over there so she could kill him. That's just the way we feel about it.
Granny.
Well, she took all his medicine away from him.
She wouldn't let him take his medicine?
That's what she told us. And Edgar told us, said, well, you killed him when you done it. I'll tell you the truth about it. That darn Frenchman beat him. He had big old places on him, just great big places like that, just blue, black, bloody. And she said he was sugar diabetes. It wasn't no such a darn thing. That man beat him.
You don't remember what year?
She didn't want to even put him in under the, that what you call it, breathing machine.
Are any of these people still alive?
Huh?
Is she still alive?
Yeah, I guess she is. I don't know. I don't care where she is. About that said that.
I am taping this. What's her name?
Her name was Wanda Wells.
Okay, and who did she marry? What was the guy's name?
I don't know. He was a Frenchman. I can't tell you what his name was.
Well, that doesn't do me any good.
Huh?
That doesn't do me any good.
Well, I can't help you.
He was died in Louisiana. Oh, that helps me a lot. A whole state to search over.
And
Okay, and who was he married to?
who was?
Uh-huh.
Well, he'd been married twice, but he married,
Give me his first marriage.
the first one?
First one. Do you remember the first one?
Oh, grief. But I guess he don't.
Can't remember,
His name saved my life.
huh? Okay, what was his second wife's name? Who did he have all the kids with?
He just had two young ones, that's all he had.
And who did he have those with? One with one with the other? Okay, well, do you remember his second wife's name? His first wife's name, last name was Brown.
That's all I know about her. That's all I can remember, but I know I ought to know her name.
Well, what was his second wife's name? I'll put that down.
Betty. But I don't even know what her name was before she married either.
Okay, do you know where or when they were married?
Oh, Lord. I guess they married up over there in, that might have been in Houston because they were down that way.
Okay, so you don't know? Okay. Okay, who was next? That's all I have on here. Who was next? After Rias, who was next?
You didn't got on one?
No, that's as far as it goes on here. This is Kentucky. All I got is William Hall, Vaughn, and Rice on here.
Well, Solomon is next, but I don't put Solomon because his name was really not Solomon, but then And he put his name, he had his same, wrote his name S. See, S. Wells, that's what it was. Because his grandpa's name was Solomon, see, Solomon Wells.
Okay, so what
So
was...
he called his, he put his name down as S. Wells. But his name was O-M-E-N, or O-M-A-N.
That was what his given name, the one that was on his birth certificate.
Oman.
Oman.
O-M-A-N.
O-M-A-N?
Mm-hmm.
Oman Wells.
He was born on,
How come he called himself Solomon?
well, he just took his grandpa's name after he got grown. See, he just took S. Wells to the house.
But he didn't actually change his name. This is what he went by? He didn't change his name? Okay. Okay, do you have any idea when he was born?
For what?
When was he born? I don't have it on here. It's his...
He was born in December, I know that.
Okay,
And
December...
there's about 3 years difference in him and Ross. So he must have been about 1903.
Okay, 1903.
See, he was born.
Okay, yeah, because Rice was born in 1900.
Yeah.
So if Oman was 3 years older than Rice...
No, he was 3 years older than Oman.
Yeah, if he was 3 years younger than Rice, he was born in 1903.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
he was born...
birthday was on the 12th day of December.
Okay. Okay, and was he born out in Cleveland?
Oh, he was born in Brown County, Brownwood.
Huh?
Brown County, Texas, Brownwood. That's where we live, right close to Brownwood. And
Brownwood, Texas?
yeah.
Brownwood, Brown County.
Yeah.
Okay, and when or where did he die? When and or where?
He died over in the hospital at that hospital, like what do they call that place out there? Out there close to where she's at now. Spring, Texas?
Spring?
I guess so, I don't know. That's near.
She, who's she? Who you talking about? She, who's she?
Huh?
She, where she lives. Who's she? You said out where she lives.
That's where Della lives now. Out there close to where Della lives.
She wasn't married to Oman, was she?
Yes, she was.
Well, dadgummit, Grandma, you told me she was married to Hall.
No, that was wait a minute. Oma Harrison.
O-M-A?
Yeah.
Harrison?
Mm-hmm.
And when was Oma and Hall married? Do you know when?
Oh, shoot. I don't remember when they married.
Okay. And, Della and Oman were married in 1928. That's what we had over here in the other place.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, after Oman, then who? Oh, where did he die? You don't remember where he died?
Over at that hospital, Northeast Hospital out there. And so I know it's Spring, Texas. That's what I'd call it.
He died in Spring?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what year?
I know I don't.
Okay. And then who's next after Oman?
Edgar.
Well, how many kids did they have? Who's next?
Edgar, and then me, and then Rooney. Did you put down Rooney back over there somewhere?
Mm-mm. We did Vona.
Okay.
Okay, and when was Edgar born?
He's 4 years older than I am.
And how old are you?
87, I guess. 80.
Well, if you don't know, I definitely don't know.
Well, I was born in 1908, and I'd have to be 87 for it to be 1985. 95.
1990. Okay, so 19 and so how old are you? 87?
87.
Do you say so? So if you were born in 1908.
He was born in 1904. He was born in 1904. See, he's 4 years older than I am. But his birthday was on the 7th of May.
Okay, so he was born in 1904.
On the
7th of May?
Yeah.
Well, I'm surprised you're able to remember all these dates. But you surprised yourself. Okay, and you know where he died or when he died, I guess I should say?
Cleveland Hospital.
And when? He hadn't been dead too long, has he?
He died, I think he died before Owen did. And I can't even remember when Owen died.
No, I see that. Well, who was he married to?
Edgar, he's another that married twice. Virgie, wait a minute, let me see if I can think of her last name.
Oh, she's still alive, isn't she?
Yeah, Virgie.
That's his first wife or second wife?
Second.
Second wife?
Now, I can't think of that first wife now. Well, I can't think of Virgie's last name.
So, okay, so Edgar was married, and you can't remember his first wife's name. You think Virgie would know?
Might. She got the Bible.
Whose Bible does she have?
His Bible, I mean, it was Mother's Bible, but he got it, wouldn't let nobody else have it.
Oh, and she has it? You think she would let us
She's got it.
Would she let us look at it?
I imagine if you went to her house, she'd let you look at it, but she wouldn't let you take it away from there.
Well, of course not. Why did he get it? Why did he get the Bible?
He took it. It's like it was with the Sunday school books. The song books. We got a whole bunch of song books. And Rice and Owen was bought them. They had a whole bunch of them come from different music companies. You know, where they go around, they went around. He would not let them have them. Not even one, not part of them.
So we need to get Virgie to let us at least get a Xerox copy of that. What all does it have on? Does it have dates and places and stuff?
I imagine it does. And he took that. It had him in a trunk. He wouldn't let Mother have her trunk either. And he put them out there in the shed, and it come a big flood and ruined all of them.
What all was in it?
All kind of stuff. Some quilt tops and all kind of stuff.
He sure was a stingy old sucker, wasn't he?
I think sometimes he didn't have the right mind.
Okay, so Virg. Now, is her name actually Virgie, or is it like Virginia or something?
Oh, it's Virgie, V-R-G-I-E, Virgie. And I can't think of what her name was before she married. But she'd been married 4 times.
Good grief.
When it married him, he was the 4th guy.
Okay, so do you remember when and where they were married?
Cleveland, I guess.
Okay, well, okay, and then who's next after that?
I guess I am.
Okay, we'll put you. You can tell me everything about you.
Oh, I cannot.
Erma Wells. When were you born?
On 1908.
Tax day, 1908.
Yeah.
When's tax day? April 15th?
When is April?
When's your birthday?
15th of April.
Okay.
You have to block me out.
April 1908. Okay, where were you born?
Brown County, that same place that the other was born.
Brownwood?
Yeah.
Brown County.
I used to remember the doctor that come out to the house. I can't think of his name now.
Okay, and where did you die? Oh, wait, you haven't died yet. Okay.
You ain't going to write down my death date, are you?
Okay, so, okay, we'll get that, okay,
Next one's Rooney.
just a minute, I'm still writing down your stuff. L-E, how you spell, Leonard? L-E-O-N-A-R-D?
Mm-hmm.
Leonard.
What are you putting him down for?
He's your husband.
Oh.
He was your husband, wasn't he? Okay,
Yeah,
what year y'all married?
Uh-huh.
What year were y'all married? 28?
Yeah. And,
You remember the date?
I told you a while ago.
No, well, tell me again.
It's July the 11th, I think is what it is. I've got the darn thing at the house, but I don't...
Okay, where were y'all married the first time?
Cleveland. Next time we went to Liberty.
Really?
Yeah, we married twice.
Okay, ba-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Okay, so Rice was married twice.
Yeah,
Betty was his second wife.
yeah. I guess Vivian's name was Brown. Vivian Brown. Did I give you a Brown's name a while ago?
No.
Well, I think that was her.
Vivian, yeah, you did. Okay, so Vivian Brown was his first wife.
Yeah.
You told me Brown. Okay, Vivian Brown was Rice Wells' first wife. His second wife is who? Betty.
I can't think of her name. I don't know if I can remember who it was.
You told me Betty was her first name.
Yeah, her name was Betty, but I can't think what her last name was. Boy, she had 14 kids.
With who?
By the man that she married to the first time.
Good grief.
14 kids. She had,
Highly reproductive person.
see, six girls, 2 boys, and 6 girls.
Okay, Edgar was married 2 times. First time to Virgie, and the second time
No, wait a minute. She wasn't, Virgie was the second wife.
Okay, first wife is who?
Oh. Well, I couldn't think of her name.
Okay.
Vivian Brown is the one that told me and her niece about going to a man's house, a room up there in town.
Should I turn the tape player off?
Huh?
No.
Yeah, take it off, because I don't...
Okay, well, I'm gonna, we forgot to push record again after we stopped, so I'm gonna...
Daddy died in 1928, or 27, when it was, on the 28th, I believe, of December, and she died in the,
She died the next month. This we're talking about Erma Wells.
yeah.
Born 22nd August 1906, Brownwood, Brown County, Texas.
She died in January or February. I'm not sure. January, I guess. So.
Yeah, January 1929. Because your father died. We already discussed this. Your father died in 1928. So
Yeah.
Dexter, New Mexico.
Yeah.
So did she die in New Mexico? Or did she die somewhere else?
She died in the same place he did.
Okay. January 1929. Okay. And who is she married to?
She did never marry.
She never married?
She was just 19 years old when she died.
Okay.
But I don't even know when she was born or when she died.
Ava, I have dadgummit. To say this again, I don't have much time on this tape.
I'd get into the stove, where the hearth of the stove, you know, where they have an open place there.
Yeah, the hearth, okay.
And get the charcoal onto it. I'd eat the charcoal, and then they'd get me back, take me back and put me back in the other room, and first thing you know, I'd crawl back through the chairs, and here I'd go back to the stove again. That's what they told me. He said, yeah. Said, you couldn't do that with it, you couldn't put me nowhere, and I wouldn't get somewhere else. But he says, if I couldn't get under it, I'd go over it.
You couldn't get over it, you go under it.
Yeah. I said they could do something about that now, but they couldn't then. They didn't know.
Well, what was it? What was it?
The inside of the stomach growed together. Growed up.
The baby Eva?
Yeah.
And she couldn't, I guess, Dad, that means she couldn't eat then.
She just kept getting less and less and less and less, and then she just died. Mother said she weighed less when she died than she did when she was born. And she had a thumb growed on the side of her other thumb, and it had a joint to it, and they wouldn't take it off.
She had a
thumb.
She had a thumb between her, on the other side of her other thumb, like right there?
Yeah.
She had two thumbs?
Yeah. Well, Daddy had a little finger, and they took it off.
Had a finger on the other side of his finger?
Yeah. And Edgar had a little finger, and they took it off. And
like, like right there?
Yeah. And Rooney had one, and they took it off. And they had little knobs on their finger right there. Little knots sticking out there on their finger.
Was it a full-size finger?
I don't know. I didn't see them.
That's because your parents were... It's what they call...
Daddy, intermarrying. I think in Kentucky said everybody was kin to everybody else. And he didn't want his kids marrying them kin folks.
So he moved to Texas?
He left, yeah, he'd come to Texas.